So, it's 1977 and you're a single mum raising 4 kids in a council house in Enfield, North London. It's a normal weekday evening and then you hear your daughter scream that the furniture's moving on its own. Welcome to 284 Green Street, where the Hodgson family found themselves in the middle of what would become the most famous and most argued about hauntings in British history. At first, it's small things. A chest of drawers slides across the room. Peggy Hodgson tries to push it back and it won't move, like something invisible was blocking it. Then the knocking starts, rhythmic, constant, coming from the walls. But it doesn't just stop there. This isn't a normal haunting. Beds begin shaking, toys are thrown, cold spots appear even when the heating's on, and in the middle of it all is Janet, 11 years old, who starts speaking in a voice that's not her own. She starts speaking in a deep male voice. She says her name is Bill Wilkins. And then the voice says, just before I died, I went blind. And then I had a hemorrhage and I died in the chair in the corner downstairs. Creepy enough on its own, until they find out that a man called Bill Wilkins actually did die in that house, in exactly that way. His real-life son later confirmed every single detail. Now, obviously this doesn't stay a quiet family haunting. The press get involved, obviously. The Daily Mirror sends reporters. Photographer Graham Morris captures Janet mid-air, seemingly levitating above her bed. There are pictures, audio tapes, police reports. Even a police constable, Caroline Heaps, even submits an official statement saying she witnessed the chair move across the floor by itself. At this point, researchers from the Society for Psychic Research, Maurice Gross and Guy Leon Playfair, they move into the house to investigate. They lived there for more than a year, documenting hundreds of events. Playfair later writes a book about it and the house called This House is Haunted. Over 30 people claim to have witnessed activity. Neighbours, reporters, skeptics, even council officials that visited the property. But of course it didn't take long for people to call it a hoax. Janet was accused of faking everything, especially the voice. She later admitted that she and her sister played tricks a few times to see if the investigators could tell, but she insisted that most of what happened was real. In later interviews, she said she felt used by the media and traumatised by the whole thing. So, was it a genuine poltergeist, a young girl acting out, a traumatised family pushed to their limits, or something darker that attached itself to the house and refused to let it go? Even now, the Enfield poltergeist still remains one of the most documented cases in British paranormal history. It inspired books, TVs, documentaries, and yes, even The Conjuring 2, although just to be clear, Ed and Lorraine Warren were barely involved. They visited once and claimed credit after the media storm had already hit. So, what do you think? Was Janet telling the truth? Was the Enfield house actually haunted by a poltergeist, or was it just a big hoax, especially in the media? And if a child in your life suddenly started speaking in someone else's voice, with details of a death that actually happened in the house that you live in, would you be calling a doctor, a psychologist, or a priest?